Alright guys, Bobo Mac here, and today on the show, we are saying goodbye to the containment unit as we look at the final Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters figure. Up on the chopping block today is Mr. Stay Puft, the big guy, if you will. And as you can see from the box art here, we got some nice, beautiful packaging shots of Mr. Stay Puft looking quite jolly. Yeah, he's a sailor. He's very happy. And on the back, we got all the nice bio information and whatnot on Mr. Stay Puft. Before I forget, a huge shout out to Diamond Select Toys for making this review possible. Let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Stay Puft and take it from there. Alright, here we are with the big guy, ready for action. And this figure actually has a nice little weight to him. I know some people had some problems with him standing and whatnot. I did not have those issues with mine, so I just want to point that out. But he looks cute, he looks adorable, and he looks happy. The hat's done really well. The font on the hat came out nice, crisp, and clean. Even the ribbon on the side of the hat looks quite good. The sailor part of the outfit, it's all nice with the reds and the blues and the white. They fit quite good. Even his arms have some nice detail on them, considering it's just a fluffy white marshmallow man. And then he's got the nice roundness going for him. I do have a couple paint issues on mine, but I believe that was my own fault and not the fault of the figure itself. But you know, overall, he's a lot of fun. He's not the most dynamic figure, but he doesn't need to be. He's a 100-foot tall Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, for crying out loud. In terms of the articulation, it does go forwards and back. It does have a weird type of ball peg type thing going on for it. I don't know how to really describe it, but I mean, you do get a lot of range of movement on it. You do have some gappage there. I guess they did it for sculpting purposes, but it's not a deal breaker. I mean, if you can line up your shot and have it still look good. You just got to know how to pose the guy. But for some, I can understand where it would limit things and whatnot. Now, in terms of the arms, they only go out that far just because of the roundness of the figure itself in the arms. But you can bring it down, but the way they sculpted everything, it only goes down so far. You have full rotation at the arms, which is nice, and even on the bicep or elbow joint, if you will. That goes in and out and all the way around. And then you have rotation at the hand, which is on a ball peg, so you can move it slightly up and down too. So really no issues with that. Now see, this is what I'm talking about. This is how it's connected in through a ball peg, for those who are wondering. It just plugs back in. Really no issues whatsoever. Now there is no upper body articulation, but he does have articulation at the legs. I can only get him to go out that far, and as you can see, that side kind of goes out more than the other side, but it still works, and you can bring it in and out. He can only kick up that far. I mean, this guy's not supposed to do kung fu kicks and whatnot, but you know, it's a tough balance between articulation and sculpt, and then you got rotation at the foot with a little bit, ever so slightly, rocking. So that pretty much covers Stay Puft in the articulation department. Let's move on to accessories. Accessories on Stay Puft are light. As I recall, there's really not too much to say in terms of accessories. We do got a piece to the Firehouse, and then we have our final piece to the Firehouse. Now, I'm going to be doing a separate video covering the Firehouse in depth because I think it deserves it. I just want to point that out to you guys so you didn't think I was just trying to rush through this or anything, because the Firehouse is definitely worthy of its own video, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and do our size roundup and take it from there. Alright guys, for our size roundup, I figure since Mr. Stay Puft is a giant monster character himself, why not bring out some other monster characters to bask in the glow and compare sizes. Now keep in mind, Mr. Stay Puft is not in the same scale as these other two monsters. Of course, the Mezco King Kong, the NECA Godzilla, and Mr. Stay Puft. I think they all look great with each other. For those who like doing toy photography and whatnot, if you have the buildings and whatnot, you could definitely get some cool new monster mashes going on with the snap of a camera pic. So very cool. Like I said, I do like the scale, even though the others are on the little short side. And of course, the comparison everybody wanted, all four of the real Ghostbusters, excuse me, and Slimer with Mr. Stay Puft here. Now, once again, yes, the big guy is in a smaller scale than what he normally is. But, you know, at the end of the day, you can have fun with it. You can mix and match, create your own stories with toy pictures, or even on a display shelf. Should you pick up this figure? Here are the two reasons. Yes, It's a 7-inch Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And secondly, if you want to finish building that firehouse, he's kind of an essential piece. So there is that. But, you know, it's all a personal choice at the end of the day. Am I happy that I have mine? Yes. Would I have paid the money to get it? Absolutely. Once again, a special shout out to Diamond Select for making the end of this collecting experience nice, easy, and flawless. So that is my 2 cents. With that being said, though, guys, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Anybody who stops by, leaves feedback, watches the video, I always appreciate it. So thank you for that. If you get some free time, head over to undercovercapes.com and check out Extreme Desk Sets as well once you're on the World Wide Web. Slideshow at the end. Hope everyone's doing fantastic. I will see you guys next time when we do the Firehouse run through. Great googly moogly, everyone.